People don't realize your value until they no longer have access to you. So today we're going to dive into what people realize too late about you. So this is going to be a collective reading, so there are no piles. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? So what people realize too late about you. Like, I'm getting like the fact that you don't brag about your capabilities and your competence is what causes certain people to, like, not dismiss you, but to essentially not like appreciate your value in the moment. Okay? What people realize too late about you. Ooh, oh, what? That you are original, that you are authentic, that there is no one like you. You are one of one, okay? With the star, you're influential. I feel like because your quirkiness or the things that you do, how you think, like, they label you as weird, but it's what makes you original, okay? And those are the things that people realize too late about you, like the things that they were like not understanding or dissing was what made you more like unique. We have the temperance card. What people realize too late about you is that you are a chosen one, okay? You are definitely anointed, okay? This is what I'm getting here. There's an anointment on your life. That's what I'm getting here with the temperance card. What people realize too late about you. We have the Four of Swords. So calm, cool, and collected under pressure. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. This is what people are realizing too late about you, that you are someone when they think that you're being nonchalant, because some people may mistake this as you being nonchalant with the Four of Swords, like you don't care. It's because you're just calm, cool, and collected under pressure. It's like not everything around you deserves a reaction. You know, you don't need to react to every little thing that people do, or you don't need to be in your feelings all the time, right? So what people realize too late, we have the Four of Wands, that you are the one who brings stability. So I feel like you may have people in your life where when you were around, everything was going smoothly in their life, right? So they may have thought that they were the one, the balancing individual. They were the one who was manifesting, like bringing stability and abundance into the collective, like, the group of people that you guys used to hang around with. And they're realizing too late that you were the pillar. You were the pillar, not them. Because the moment that you decided to remove yourself, the moment that they no longer had access to you, their foundation crumbled. They realizing that you were the pillar, you were the one holding everything together. You made it look so effortless that they assumed that it was them, because they weren't carrying anything. You were the one carrying maybe the relationship, the friendship. You were carrying, maybe, let's say if it was like a business partnership, you were the one carrying everything. You were the silent anchor, and they may have thought that, like, you were insignificant because your power, your capabilities were more quiet, more subtle. Okay, it wasn't forceful. I feel like whoever this person is, or this group of people, they're more loud and performative. So what people realize too late about you. Ooh, we have the Ace of Wands. They realize too late that you are a passionate individual with the Ace of Wands. Okay, you are someone who brings a lot of creative energy. You're bold, you're eccentric, okay, with the Ace of Wands, but heavily on the influence. You're extremely influential. Like, you were the one calling the shots, but you weren't like being boastful or loud about it. That's the thing. That's why these people they may have mistook your Four Swords demeanor as you being like nonchalant. What people realize too late about you. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so some people may have thought that you were trapped in fear or something. or you were indecisive, or maybe they realized that what they realized too late about you is that you may have gone through obstacles, or you may have had your doubts or your fears, but you never allowed it to get the best of you. So what people realize too late about you, we have the Page of Swords, is that you were clocking them the whole time with the Page of Swords. You're extremely observant with the Page of Swords, okay? Some of them may have tried to pull the wool over your eyes, and they thought like you weren't, paying attention, but you were the whole time, okay? So what people realize too late about you? Ooh, we have the Five of Cups. These people realize too late that you're the type of individual, despite disappointment, despite hardship, despite setbacks, you keep moving forward. You keep pushing forward. You're not the type of individual that's just going to give up on life or give up on yourself because you encounter roadblocks, okay? Yes, you do feel the disappointment with the Five of Cups. Yes, you do feel the sadness, but you don't let that dictate how you're going to conduct yourself, okay? So what people realize too late about you, we have the Hangman, that you see things from a different perspective. You're the type of person that will surrender to a situation. You're not going to force it. So you may have had people, especially in dating, maybe you had men and women who thought that you were going to chase them in a relationship, that you were going to, they didn't know how much you valued yourself, how much you loved yourself, like you were not going to chase this person, and they had thought that you were going to chase them just like everybody else did, right? You did not. You just walked away. Like you're like, yeah, you know what, this is not working out for me. I don't like this experience that I'm having with you, and I don't want to continue, so I'm just going to I'm going to keep it pushing, okay? And they also, what they realize too late about you is that you see things from a different perspective. Like you see all sides of a situation. You're not really rigid in your approach, so you're more flexible or agile to move along or move away from something that does not serve you. So what people realize too late about you, we have the Moon card. So you could definitely be a Pisces here because we have Pisces twice. So there's a lot of, like, there is an air of mystery. What people realize too late about you is that they really didn't know you like that. They, like, what they were doing is they were projecting an image onto you, and they never took the time to get to know the real you at your deepest core, okay? They were projecting all of their fears, their anxiety, their like negativity onto you, and they had thought that you were the one who was doing something or being sneaky or deceptive, but in actuality it was them the whole time. And that's what people realized too late about you. Like you were genuine the whole time, but they were just projecting their fears, their insecurities, their jealousy onto you with the Moon card. What people realized too late about you, ooh, that you're highly spiritual. And that makes sense because we have the Moon card as well. So you're extremely spiritual. Like you have this inner knowing. That's what they realized too late about you, that you have an inner knowing, and that you were clocking them the whole time. So you may have a group of people that thought that they could pull the wool over your eyes or trick you or like insult your intelligence. They couldn't with the High Priestess. Some of them, what they realize too late about you is that you have spiritual gifts. Maybe you've called out someone on something that they did, or maybe you saw something in a dream. Like maybe your ancestors came to you in a dream and told you to watch out with this person, and then you listened, and now this person's shook because maybe they were trying to plot against you and it didn't work. What people realize too late about you, ooh, we have the Fool, that you walk to the beat of your own drums. You're not afraid to venture into the unknown. Like you're not afraid to stand up on your own 2 feet and do things your own way. Like you're going to move on regardless. Like you're not going to be stuck in a situation that's not for you. What people realize too late about you, ooh, you have the Hierophant. You could be a Taurus here. Like you stay true to your values. You are somebody who operates in integrity with the Hierophant, okay? You are wise beyond your years. This is what they're realizing too late about you. It's like maybe you move slower than others. Like what I mean by that is like you take your time before you make a decision. You take your time before you move towards a specific path. You don't rush. Like it's like when you have an idea, or when you have an inkling, you're not going to just jump in and be impulsive and do it. You're going to sit with it. You're going to analyze it. You're going to weigh out the pros and cons before you make a move, before you make an informed decision, right? You're going to go through the necessary sequence before you make that decision. And that is one thing that people are realizing too late, is like you take your precautions in life. Like you weigh out, like, how is this behavior going to affect me later on if I move forward with it? And that is something that these people are realizing too late, that you were always moving with wisdom and not impulsivity. Like, I'm like impulsivity, that you're not moving with impulsion. Oh my god, I can't even speak. What people are realizing too late about you, ooh, once you move away, once you're in the 8 of cups, it's done. Like I said, some people thought that you were going to chase them, that they could play games with you, that you were desperate for their approval, or like you needed them to validate you. And it's like, you're like, I'm good, y'all. Like, if you're not in alignment with me, I'm going to keep it pushing. Like, your opinion is not valuable to me. It does not bring me anything of substance. I can't even speak. Holy. Whoever these people are do not want me to speak. What people realize too late about you? Ooh, we have the Fool card again. Yes, you walk to the beat of your own drums. You take calculative risk, okay? And you're not afraid to stand on your own 2 feet. So maybe they, like I said, maybe a group of people thought that, like, if they stopped talking to you, that you were gonna crumble, like you're gonna like cry or something, and then your life was gonna be in shambles because they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to hang around with you. It's like, oh, you can't sit with us, and you're like, I don't care. Who says I wanted to sit with you in the first place? Like, who told you I wanted to sit with you in the first place? That's the question you should ask yourself. Do I actually want to sit with you? Not the other way around. It's like, that's what I'm getting here, and they're realizing too late, like, yo, I'm my own person. I enjoy my own company. I don't need you for approval. Like, boy, bye. What people realize too late about you? Ooh, we have the Knight of Pentacles. You are, like I said, slower moving. The Knight of Pentacles is a Taurus energy, but the Knight of Pentacles is a prudent knight, but the Knight of Pentacles is a loyal knight. Okay? Once he has his sight set on an idea, a path, a specific project, he's going to see it through. Even if it takes him longer than most people, he's going to do so. But the way that he's going to do it is going to be so meticulous that, like, the foundation is going to be so solid that nobody can crumble it. That's what I'm getting here. And that's something that people realize too late about you. Like, yes, you move slower, but your thing is like chef's kiss, okay? That's what I'm getting here with the Knight of Pentacles. So what people realize too late about you? We have the World card. People realize too late that you are someone who is accomplished. Like I said, you don't brag about your accomplishments. You don't brag about what you know, what you do, what your capabilities. People are just like in awe afterwards. After they no longer have access to you, they see that, like I said earlier, they see the value afterwards. They're realizing your value too late. They're realizing like the wisdom that you possess. Like, in the moment, they didn't appreciate because they didn't see the value, because they didn't understand it. It's like, you, like, let's say if you give like a diamond to a baby, the baby is not gonna like see the value because he's not at that level yet to understand that this is like a diamond, it has a lot of value. He doesn't know because he's a child, he's a baby. Okay. And that was the same thing with these people. They were not at the same level as you. You were too advanced, you were too expensive. They couldn't meet you where you were at. So because they couldn't meet you where you were at, they dismissed you because they didn't see the value. But now that they have the understanding, now that they've gained more experience, they're looking back and they're like, oh crap, like, I had like a diamond, but I threw it out for a rock, for a regular rock. Like, that would hit anyone. Can you imagine you found a big diamond, but you don't know it's a diamond, and you just like, because it's like, maybe the diamond is not polished, right? So you're like, I don't like it. I'm gonna pick up this one. This one looks like it's nice shape, nice round like shape. So you're like, oh, this one is better because of the shape. You didn't know the value. So this is like the people around you that you no longer have access to you. This is exactly what they did. They may have like like threw you out because you were maybe still like not polished yet at that time. But it doesn't matter. Even if you're not polished, your value is still there. Yeah, maybe you're just a little, maybe you were rough around the edges, but like the value itself did not really change. It was always there. You just needed a little bit of tweaking, and that's it. But they threw you away for something that looked good, but then like it was like just how do I say this? I'm trying to be nice. It was just plain. Okay, I'm just gonna say plain. Oh God, what people realize too late about you? What people realize too late about you? Ooh, guys, I can't make it up. Okay, the Empress. I can't make it up. They realized too late that you were the Empress the whole time. Valuable, beautiful. Yeah, just like the diamond. Like, can you imagine? Like, you get like an Empress, you put her back in the deck, you shuffle again, and then you get a page. Like, that's exactly what they did. The page is a debutant. He's inexperienced, he's immature. Now, can you imagine you switch this? You had the Empress who has all the characteristics of all the queens. You don't even get a queen, huh? You get a page, someone who is at the beginning like a child. Like, no, boy, bye. They're realizing too late that your value, you're expensive, like luxurious. Like, I feel like it could even be like relationship, right? Like exes where they may have like went for someone else that like looked good, like maybe they had a better body or whatever, like that's in their mind, right? Like they had a better body or whatever, however, like superficial things, they went with someone else, and now years later they're like, dang, I'm looking for like Empress qualities, and then they're realizing like, yo, I had that with collective and I let them go, and they know they can't come back. What people realize too late about you? Ooh, 10 of Cups. That you brought a lot of peace, that you are like emotional happiness, emotional contentment. Yeah, I feel like you have an ex here that's coming through remorseful. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, they're realizing too late that you're self-made. Like I said, when I was saying like you don't care to sit with these people, you're good on your own. Like you're actually flourishing, excelling on your own. They were the reason why you were being held back. The moment that you stepped away, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna hang with you guys anymore. Y'all don't even have that. Like you ain't got ish going on really. You're just like superficial. It's just like, what we see on the surface, but there's no substance. You went and you did your thing on your own, and now you're coming back like the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, luxurious energy, self-made. That's what people are realizing too late about you. You're self-made. Like you were always going to be good on your own, regardless if they validated you or not. So what people realize too late about you? Ooh, that you had amazing work ethics. You are the blueprint. They're realizing this too late. Like I said, whoever this is, I'm seeing 1010 on my clock right now. Whoever this is someone who, or a group of people that now that they're looking back, they're seeing that, oh crap, like I should have learned from this person, especially if it's like a group of friends. They didn't see the value in what you were teaching, what you were providing in the friendship, because your value wasn't monetary. It wasn't like fun. Like your value was like things that like basically the value that you brought was like teaching someone how to fish. It's like they wanted to have the fish. They didn't want to learn how to fish. They wanted you to give them the fish. So whoever they went to somebody who gave them fish. But because of that, they became dependent on that person or on the validation, while you were learning how to do things on your own, so that way you don't depend on anyone. That's why you're the master here. You are excellent, and now you're self-made. And that's what they're realizing too late about you. You are learning the necessary skills to be self-sufficient. What people realize too late? Ooh, we have the Sun card, Leo, that you're confident in yourself. You're confident in your abilities. Okay, you don't need their validation in order to succeed, or in order to flourish, or in order to move to the next level of your life. What people realize too late about you? Wow, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. What? This is legacy building. Like you were always on the path to build a solid foundation for yourself. You are the value. You are the treasure. With the Ten of Pentacles, they're realizing this is too late. Heavily on relationship. I'm telling you, you have exes. They're going crazy. Especially if you are like in your 30s or in your 40s. Like this is when people start taking an inventory of their life, right? Because they're like at midlife, right? So they're like, yo, looking back on all the mistakes, all the stuff that they did, the crazy things that they did, and they're wondering like, how did I get here? Like, how did I get to this point in my life? And you are the like reoccurring theme. Like, if they're like wondering like, man, like I wish I had somebody that, you know, could do this, that, or could help me get this, that, or I could have built something solid with this person. Now they're looking at you like, yo, you already did this on your own. Can you imagine if I would have partnered up with you, how far we could have been? And it's like a lot of them, it's like dawning on them like, oh my gosh, I threw away my diamond for a rock. And a lot of them, they can't live with that thought. Okay, now they know that you're gonna be fine, you're gonna find someone else, or if you have found someone else already, some of them are salty. What people realize too late about you, just one card please, Spirit. Ooh, that you were a lot smarter than they give you credit for with the Seven of Swords. You're very strategic. Ooh, you outsmart somebody and they're pissed. They're pissed. They're mad at you for doing that. Like they thought that they had you figured out, but with the Seven of Swords, you outsmarted them. They don't like that. They feel inferior. Okay? So that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.